Assalamu alaikum dear students. Today we are going to study one more natural resource, that's coal and petroleum. Coal and petroleum, they are fossil fuels and they are natural resources which are important source of energy for us. And this coal that's used as fuel in homes and industries, and it's also used to generate electricity at thermal power plants. And petroleum products such as petrol and diesel, they are used in as a fuels to run vehicles like scooters, motorcycles, cars, buses, trucks, trains, ships, aeroplanes, etc. And kerosene and LPG, they are kerosene and LPG, they are also products of petroleum, and they are obtained from petroleum and they are used as domestic fuels for cooking food. But since the industrial revolution, we have been using increasing amount of energy to meet our basic needs, like cooking food and for manufacture of goods. Therefore all these energy needs, they have so far been met mostly by coal and petroleum. But coal and petroleum, these resources, they are very limited. Coal and petroleum, how they were formed? They were formed from the degradation of biomass of plants and animals buried deep inside the earth millions of years ago. And we obtain coal from coal mines that are dug into the earth, and this petroleum that's obtained by digging oil wells deep in the earth, and the crude petroleum that's obtained from oil wells, then it is then separated into fuels like LPG, petroleum, diesel and kerosene. And we have been using coal and petroleum resources at such a rapid rate in the past, or we can say in the future, that they will get exhausted in near future. और ये estimate किया गया है कि that if there will be the present rate of consumption of these fuels, the petroleum reservoirs of the earth, that will last for about 40 years. And these coal, it will last for about only 200 years. This means we can say these natural resources, they will become exhaust, and once they are exhausted, coal and petroleum, they will not be available to us in the near future, because they were formed extremely slowly over a year and year long time. It is therefore necessary that we should save, or we can say we should conserve coal and petroleum resource of the earth. How? By reducing their consumption so that they may last for as long as possible. Now, what are the steps to reduce the consumption of coal and petroleum? Coal is mainly used to produce electricity, thus if we can say electricity, we can say petroleum. And petroleum products, we can say coal, sorry, and petroleum products, kerosene and LPG, they are used for cooking food. Petrol and diesel, they are used as fuels in motor vehicles. So if we can save on kerosene, LPG, petrol and diesel, then the consumption of petroleum will also get reduced. And here are some of the steps which we should follow to reduce the consumption of coal and petroleum. First is switch off the lights, fans, televisions and other electrical appliances when not needed. We should switch off the lights, we should switch off the fans, all electrical appliances when they are not needed, and this will save a lot of electricity. Second, Use energy efficient electrical appliances to save energy. We should use energy efficient electrical appliances to save electricity. How this is possible? This can be done by using compact fluorescent lamps and fluorescent tubes instead of traditional filament electrical bulbs, because जो ये है compact fluorescent lamps ट्यूब लाइट्स जो होती है उनसे क्या होती है, दे कंज्यूम मच लेस इलेक्ट्रिकल एनर्जी एज कंपेयर टू फिलामेंट टाइप इलेक्ट्रिकल बल्ब, and this will also save electricity. And third is if we will make use of lifts continuously, this also will lead to loss of electricity, and therefore we should use stairs to climb at least up to 3 floors of a building instead of using lifts. This will also save electricity. And next step by which we can save our petroleum and coal, that is pressure cookers should be used for cooking food to save fuels like kerosene and LPG, because pressure cookers they take less time, and by taking less time they will save our energy. And fourth, next is good quality stoves should be used to burn fuels like coal and cooking gas, and we should use efficient good quality stoves so that there will be good combustion of these fuels, and also this will produce maximum heat, and this will also save kerosene and petrol, this cooking gas, which in turn will save petroleum. And next is solar cookers should be used to cook food, and we should make use of solar energy as it's inexhaustible source of energy, and where it's possible we should prefer solar cookers for cooking food. And use of domestic fuels should be encouraged in rural areas, and there most of the rural areas they use domestic fuels, and that should be encouraged. That will also save coal and these petroleum products. And we should prefer bicycles should be used for covering short distance. If we have to cover distance of 2 to 3 kilometers, we should prefer bicycles. We should not use our cars. We should prefer bicycles because this can also save these precious fuels like petroleum, which is used in cars, scooters and motorcycles. And fuel efficient engine of motor vehicles that should be designed to reduce the consumption of petrol and diesel, and there should be fuel efficient engines of these vehicles, and this will also lead to reduction of these consumption of petrol and diesel. And we should prefer public transport instead of private transport instead of personal vehicles. This will also save a lot of petrol and diesel. Got it, dear students? But here, since coal and petroleum they have been formed from the biomass of plants and animals, but in addition to carbon and hydrogen, these fuels they also contain nitrogen and sulfur elements. And when coal and petroleum based these fuels are used or burnt, the products of combustion are वहाँ कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड भी निकलता है, वाटर भी, सल्फर डाइऑक्साइड भी, नाइट्रोजन ऑक्साइड्स भी. And if the combustion takes place in insufficient supply of air or oxygen, carbon monoxide is also produced. This means there are due to combustion of these fuels different gases are produced, which are, we can say, some of these are harmless, but अदर जो प्रोडक्ट्स निकलते हैं वहाँ से, जैसे सल्फर डाइऑक्साइड, कार्बन मोनोऑक्साइड, दे आर हार्मफुल एंड दे कैन cause environment pollution. For example, sulfur dioxide, it attacks the lungs and it causes bronchitis and other disease. And the sulfur dioxide, when it dissolves in rainwater, it makes it acidic, and this acid rain thus produced, it damages trees, plants, buildings and metal structures. This means this sulfur dioxide that is produced due to combustion of these fossil fuels, they are harmful for us, they are harmful for plants, they are harmful for metallic structures. एंड सेकेंड जो सल्फर डाइऑक्साइड है, जैसे दैट्स हार्मफुल, जो नाइट्रोजन ऑक्साइड्स है, दैट आल्सो अटैक्स द ब्रीदिंग सिस्टम एंड इट आल्सो कॉज द एसिडिक रेन. ठीक है, दिस मीन्स sulfur dioxide भी, nitrogen oxide, both these attack our breathing system and they cause acidic rain. And carbon monoxide, you know, it's a very poisonous gas, and if carbon monoxide gets into our bloodstream, what will happen? It stops red blood cells from carrying oxygen from lungs to the rest of the body, and it causes suffocation. And too much consumption of this carbon monoxide that can cause death. ठीक है, और जो बेटा कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड निकलता है, कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड गैस दैट इज प्रोड्यूस्ड ड्यू टू कंबस्शन ऑफ दीज फ्यूल्स. कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड गैस जो है, इट इज़ नॉन पॉइजनस गैस, it is not poisonous gas, it is non poisonous gas. It is non poisonous gas, but it is a greenhouse gas which traps sun's energy that are falling to the earth, and thus it causes greenhouse effect. And the burning of more and more fossil fuels, that's increasing the amount of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, and it also causes increased greenhouse effect that leads to global warming. Thus we can say we need to use fossil fuels like coal and petroleum judiciously, because fossil fuels like coal and petroleum, they are left in the earth and जो है they are limited, which will get exhausted soon. And second, the products of combustion जो निकलते हैं fossil fuels के, coal and petroleum के, they pollute the environment. Thus these natural resources, coal and petroleum, they are natural resources, they are fossil fuels, they are source of energy, and we can say we should manage the use of these natural resources, and we should manage their use, we should manage these resources first, in order that our future generation will also get benefit from these resources, and second, because products of combustion of these fossil fuels, they also pollute our environment. This was all about coal and petroleum resources. Thank you.